Hello, traders, and welcome to the market opening preview, August 10th, 2016, on a Wednesday, hump day, middle of our trading week. Traders, this is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. Traders, please come visit our website at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. Traders, coming to you live from Thailand. Overcast skies. Doesn't look good. Looks like we're going to have a rainy day today, I have to be honest with you, and that's okay. We need the rain. It's rainy season in Thailand, so we should have some rain. It's all good. Good day to sit at my desk and do some trading and keep focused. That's the name of the game, right? All right, traders. Let me introduce myself to you. We got some charts to talk about and some very low price action yesterday. We'll get to that in just a minute. Traders, my name is William Gilday. I'm your moderator for the market opening preview series every single trading day before the London Open. Traders, I do record this during the Asia session. So if you're seeing this in London, just go back about 10 or 12 candlesticks and you will be right at the beginning of the presentation. Traders, I started trading in 2006, and in 2008, I retired from a wonderful 27-year career as a firefighter paramedic out of the great state of Florida. Traders, 9 days later, I came to Thailand for a 3-month holiday, and to my surprise, I'm in my 9th year in Asia and absolutely love it. The time zone is excellent to trade Forex. I can basically trade all 3 trading sessions. I only get about 2.5 hours in New York, and I trade a different instrument in New York as I trade options in the New York session because I'm only in the market for about an hour and a half to 2.5 hours, depending on the day. And believe it or not, Friday is my longest day in New York session. I should be out on Friday night, not trading New York, but it is what it is. Traders, I'm a pullback trader. In other words, I'd like to see a currency pair make a move, pull back, give me my price, and I'll take the trade. So what does that mean? Well, one, I listen to fundamentals all day long. I pay for a news feed. You don't have to do that. However, I am a moderator in a live trading room. I do blogs. I do this. So I do a lot of different things. So I need that information right at my fingertips. And I get it that way. So that's why I pay for it. And to tell you the truth, I've been with that company since 2007. So I've been with them a long time. And they're a great service. So I listen to fundamentals. I need to know what's coming out. I need to know what's going on. And I need to know when there's surprises in the market. Surprises is when, example, Chancellor Merkel gets on a microphone and makes a statement that's totally unexpected. Or anybody in any country that has any power gets on a microphone, I want to know about it. And it's just so important. However, I'm a technician. I love looking at charts. I love looking at candlestick patterns. Why candlestick patterns? Well, they tell a story. They tell you a good chance where price action is going to go. And I get some help from that. I look at price action currently and before, and then I look at price structure, price failure, right? Price gets to a certain level and fails over and over and over again. I make mark of that. So my price levels are marked on a totally different platform. So I can look at a currency pair and see where those levels are at. And I put those in manually. There's no automated stuff. I do that manually every day. Go over my price levels, right? So then I look for the move. The currency pair makes a move. I use a Fibonacci tool most of the time. And I look for an area to get into the trade. And that's just the way I trade. And it's worked for me I'm in my 10th year. And that's a good thing. Hey, I have losing days. I have losing months. But luckily, they're getting less and less as I get older. I don't know if I'm getting smarter or I'm just getting slower. One or the other. So that's just a little bit about my trading. Let's get the legal stuff out of the way so we can get to some important stuff. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex markets. Traders, remember, this is a game of capital preservation. If you don't have capital in your account, you cannot trade live. Therefore, you cannot make no profits. Therefore, traders, please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, traders, let's get over to some news and commentary. All right, the U.S. markets pulled it out late. Well, they started off really strong. I was in the U.S. markets last night, and apparently in the afternoon they took some hits. So they all stayed in the green, but not barely. The Dow 30 closed positive 0.02%. The S&P 500 closed positive 0.04%, and the Nasdaq closed positive 0.24%, with the small cap 2000 closing positive 0.18%. Traders, let's head on over to the Eurozone, and I have to tell you, all in the green. The DAX positive 2.50%, the FTSE 100 positive 0.62%, the CAC 40 out of Paris positive 1.19%, and the Eurostoxx 50 positive 1.54%. Traders, let's take a look at Asia as we look mixed here. Now, some of these are closed, and I'll let you know which ones. However, the Nikkei 225 is currently trading and is negative 0.53%. The S&P ASX 200 out of Australia is negative 0.25%. The China A50 closed positive yesterday at 0.69%, and the Hang Seng closed negative yesterday, 0.13%. And the Kospi, which is currently trading, is just in the green at positive 0.07%. Traders, let's take a look at the economic calendar. Not a lot going on, folks. We have some medium impact news events in Asia. We have Westpac consumer sentiment and home loans out of Aussie land. But, I don't know if it's going to do anything. I think the home loans might shake the Aussie a little bit. And then we have RBA Governor Stevens is speaking today. So keep an eye on that. And that is it's about 3 hours before the Aussie closes for the day, so just keep an eye on that. The problem when he speaks is you never know if people are going to react to it. So, and then the only other really notable is our crude oil inventories, which is a high impact news event. And people trading oil are really concentrated on that. And a medium impact is Cushing crude oil inventories, which, to be honest with you, I have no idea what it is, but there's no consensus, so it really doesn't make a difference because you're not going to get any kind of movement out of the market from that. So another light trading day from our markets today as far as data goes. It hasn't been I heard somebody say it's the dog day of summer, and I got to tell you, it's pretty true. It's pretty hard to get some trades moving and get in them and get at them in a reasonable amount of time. And, you just have to just be really vigilant in your trades and make sure, the probability is on your side. You got to do your homework, my friends. And, listen, I have to trade. This is how I make my living. So, I have to trade. Yes, I do get a pension for my 27 years as a fireman, but I need to trade to make that income also. All right, let's take a look at the euro dollar. This was yesterday's chart, and it took 24 hours, and finally, it's come up to where we want to sell it at 1.1121. It looks like a double top here, and man, I'm waiting for this to give me a bearish candlestick formation. We'll sell it. Got some issues. 210, right? 55. It's not going to be an easy ride down. And we're going to need to see some dollar strength. And dollar strength lessened a little bit yesterday, but it's still up there. I'm pretty sure it's still above 96. So we'll keep an eye on that. Oh, however, oil dipped down to 42.77 when I looked this morning. So we'll keep an eye on oil. Oil's going to stay between this $41 and $50 range for a little bit, probably another 3 months or so. And then it'll even out once full markets are back in force in September. Pound dollar, again, this is yesterday's chart. Hasn't really done nothing. It's last 2 days, it's been sideways. So I'm looking for this to pull back up to this 31.31 area. Or the R2 reversal pivot point at the end of that green line, which is a 200 exponential moving average. I'm not really wanting to do anything where we're currently at. This is just an absolute mess, right? This is a lot of Forex junk, and it's support. So, right? So we sell at resistance and we buy at support. However, I'm not buying this to the upside. Not the pound. This pair can one person can make one comment and can throw this pair in a turmoil. The pound is very fragile, my friends, as the yen is also. Let's take a look at the Aussie dollar. Our commodity pair yesterday took a bump to the upside. Now in really nasty price action left of the chart. We call it Forex junk. And, I'm looking for a retest of this trend line and see if we can get it in at 0.7672. Giving you two options to get out at 0.67655, which is only going to give you about 20 pip trade, or wait till it gets down to the 200 at 0.7634, which is a much better price to get out. Watch this easily. You're not going to have to worry about this really, even when Governor Stevens speaks. However, you need to really watch this when we get in or close to oil inventories. Not that this pair reacts to oil like the dollar CAD, the New Zealand dollar. That's a different story. Those pairs really do react to oil. Okay. All right, let's take a look at the Euro Aussie. Funky, 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 funky. This is yesterday's chart. Look at where we're at. We're at the sell area at 1.4513, and we have our last candle is a doji. I'm not waiting on this. If I get a bearish candlestick formation in Asia, traders, I'm in. And I know it's a battle because we got some, again, nasty price action left of the chart. We got a 10 exponential moving average crossing the daily pivot point and the 55 to the upside. So this is going to be a trade where your drawdown is going to be a little bit bigger because you're going to get some bounces here, right? You're going to have to put that stop pretty liberally. You're going to have to give it some room to breathe on this one. But, of course, my bias is to the downside. So we'll keep an eye on that. Looking to get into it, though. Let's take a look at the euro-yen. Euro-yen came down a little bit, but this is yesterday's chart. Again, like I said, there's been very, very low price action throughout the last week and two. And, we want to sell this. The 113.43 sounds great. We'll see what happens. I think we got to get below this daily pivot point. We need the 10 EMA, which is the thin brown line on the chart, above price, not below price. And we get out at the S2 pivot point at 112.57. It's a good trade. I mean, I'm only bearish in the euro yen. I don't want to buy this. And you have to pay very close attention to your news feeds. You can find news feeds for free, folks. The only difference is they might be delayed 20 seconds, 30 seconds, 10 seconds, and they're delayed a little bit. But you'll get the data. If somebody's going to speak, they'll have it out way before 1 minute, right? So you're going to be okay. And really take that into consideration as you move forward. But, they're going to throw the stimulus package out from Japan. And once they do that, this is going to flare this thing and it's going to whipsaw. And then it'll come back to where it started. So no worries about that. All right, last one of the days, New Zealand dollar. Look at this. Had an up day yesterday, came back down, then now it's sideways. I'm still looking for this to pull back up to that R1 pivot point, 0.7194, and I'm going to sell it all the way down to 0.7114. Now, this is a trade that we know this pair is bearish, and we're just going to be patient. And we're going to wait for price to get us into this trade. We're not going to push this. I'm not going to jump into this in Asia and probably not London. This is probably going to be a New York trade if it's a trade at all. But this would be a trade that I will consider doing a pending order. And I normally don't do that, but this one, I think I'm going to do it because I think this is going to dump like a rock. Okay? So this is a good pair to take a look at, and it's gonna go down. Trust me, my friends, it's gonna go down. All right, let's take a look. Oh, that's it. We're done. Look at this. 14 minutes, 40 seconds. We are below our 15-minute time limit. Another day, right on time. Traders, on behalf of myself, William Gilday, and our great friends at FXCL Excellence in Trading, please come join us at our website at fxclearing.com. You Frontier Trading Solutions. Traders, the nice thing on that website, it'll direct you to my YouTube site for FXCL, and you can watch all my videos. Absolutely great. There's probably over 300 of them on there, so you got lots to look at. All right, traders, have a great trading day, and we'll talk to you in about 24 hours. Take care now. Bye-bye.